Your tomatoes aren't dying from too little water. They're dying from how you give it. 5 watering habits ruin more tomato plants than any pest, and the last one is why fruit rots from the bottom. Mistake number 1. A little water every day. It feels like care, a quick pass with the hose and the leaves look happy. But that quick sprinkle never gets past the first inch of soil. The water sits at the surface, and so do the roots. Shallow water grows shallow roots, and shallow roots panic in the heat. One hot July afternoon, and the whole plant wilts at once. The fix is fewer waterings, not more. 2 or 3 deep soaks a week, 1 to 2 inches of water in total. Water slowly, until it soaks 6 inches down. Deep moisture pulls the roots deep, and deep roots shrug off a heat wave. Sandy soil drains fast, so water a little more often. Heavy clay holds on, so water less. Rain counts toward the total. That's the volume. The next habit feels even more natural, and it's the one your leaves pay for. Mistake number 2, watering the leaves. Overhead watering looks like rain, so it feels like exactly what nature intended for the plant. But wet foliage is an open door for disease. Leaf spot and early blight start on damp leaves and climb from the bottom. The spray also splashes soil up onto the lowest leaves, and that soil carries the very spores that infect them. So aim the water where the plant actually drinks, at the base. Low pressure, right at the stem, and the leaves stay dry. A soaker hose or a simple drip line does this for you. Steady water at the roots, nothing on the foliage. Even with perfect aim, though, there is a wrong time of day to do it, and most of us pick it. Mistake number 3. Watering in the evening. It fits the schedule. Home from work, cooler air, hose in hand. But evening water leaves the plant wet all night. Damp leaves, damp surface, no sun, exactly the night fungus is waiting for. Noon is the other bad hour. In the midday heat, half your water evaporates before it ever reaches a root. Morning is the window. The roots drink their fill before the heat builds, and the surface dries long before dark. If evening is truly all you have, keep it early and keep it low, at the base only, never over the leaves. Halfway through, every fix so far has been free. The next one costs a bag of straw and saves the most water. Mistake number 4, watering bare soil. You can do everything right, deep, at the base, and the sun undoes it by dinner. Bare ground gives moisture straight back to the sun and the wind. By evening, the surface is gray and cracked again. And every swing from soaked to bone dry stresses the plant. And that swing, not thirst, is what damages the fruit. The fix is a blanket. A couple of inches of organic mulch around each plant. Straw, shredded leaves, wood chips. Straw settles, so lay it thicker. Keep a hand's width of bare space around the stem so water can reach the roots. Under that blanket, the soil stays dark and damp through the hottest week of July, and rain stops splashing spores onto the leaves. And the last habit is the big one. It's why tomatoes rot from the bottom and why the popular fix does nothing. Mistake number 5, watering by the calendar instead of the soil. Tuesdays and Fridays, rain or shine, the schedule feels responsible. But the plant doesn't live by your calendar. It swings between drowned and parched, and the fruit quietly keeps the record. That black, sunken patch on the bottom of a tomato is blossom end rot. And it is not a disease. Uneven watering is what causes it. When moisture swings, calcium can't travel into the fruit, so eggshells in the hole won't save you. Cracked fruit after a storm is the same story. A dry week, then a flood, and the flesh swells faster than the skin. So stop guessing. Push a finger 2 inches into the soil. Dry at the second knuckle. Water deeply. Damp. Walk away. And one calm note. Leaves drooping at noon is perfectly normal. The real signal is a plant still limp at sunset. That's the whole system. Deep, at the base, in the morning, over mulch, and only when 2 inches down is dry. Your tomatoes will pay you back within weeks. Fewer cracked fruit, cleaner leaves, and plants that hold steady through the August heat. But watering isn't the only quiet killer. A plant covered in flowers can still give you nothing. That video is up next.